Never miss the biggest news from the world of movies and TV shows again, thanks to KinoCheck's Highlights of the Month. Here, you'll find the most exciting updates, clearly presented in one video. Now, without further ado, let's dive into our top news stories from the past few weeks. Jurassic World Rebirth is one of this year's major blockbusters. Now the first rumors about another installment are already circulating. Hollywood insider Daniel Richtman reports that a sequel is in the works, once again starring superstar Scarlett Johansson. The actress already took on the leading role in the fourth Jurassic World film. She starred alongside Mahershala Ali and Jonathan Bailey. The movie was directed by Gareth Edwards, who originally conceived Rebirth as a standalone movie. However, in a July interview with entertainment outlet Screen Rant, Edwards hinted that a sequel might not be off the table. Quote, "When I look back on sequels, trilogies that I love, what they all have in common is that the first movie was on its own, and then it became a high-class problem of how do we now make the others. Aside from the insider report about a new sequel starring Scarlett Johansson, there are no further details yet regarding the cast or director of Jurassic World 5. But of course, we'll keep you posted as always." Animation fans have long been awaiting Frozen 3. Until now, there had been little information about the sequel to the popular Disney series. But that's changed. According to several insiders, a recent Disney event in Shanghai finally revealed the first details of the plot. Reportedly, a grand wedding is set to take place in Arendelle, with Queen Anna walking down the aisle and embarking on a new journey alongside Elsa. And what's more, a mysterious new member is expected to join the royal family. Anna and Kristoff's wedding doesn't come as a surprise. After all, the two got engaged at the end of Frozen 2. The real question here is, what's the deal with the new family member? The obvious assumption is that Anna and Kristoff are going to become parents. But what would be so mysterious about that? One thing is certain, we're in for an epic story. Director Jennifer Lee revealed some time ago that the story is so big and ambitious, it might require 2 movies. Disney CEO Bob Iger has also confirmed that Frozen 4 is already in the works. But let's take it one step at a time. Frozen 3 is set to hit theaters on November 24th, 2027. It's the Disney event of the year, D23. For 3 days, the company gave its fans exclusive insights into upcoming productions, including Avengers Doomsday, Toy Story 5, and Incredibles 3. But let's start with the brand new animated film Hexed. The story about a boy and his mother takes place in a world where magic rarely works the way you expect. According to attendees on site, the animation style is said to be more reminiscent of Disney's earlier hand-drawn classics, rather than modern 3D films. Hexed is slated for release in November 2026. Pixar, meanwhile, continues to spark conversations with Toy Story 5. The creators are convinced that even after 4 movies, the iconic characters Woody and Buzz still have plenty of stories to tell, especially in a world increasingly shaped by digital media. So it's no wonder that this time, the villain comes in the form of a tablet. The movie is set to hit theaters on June 19th, 2026. And of course, Zootopia 2 is also coming to theaters soon. The premiere is scheduled for November 26, 2025. Marvel fans, however, were left wanting more. Many had hoped for another teaser trailer with fresh information about Avengers Doomsday. Instead, they were presented with a teaser that simply reintroduced the already confirmed cast members. Plus, a fake poster showing the Avengers on one side and Doctor Doom on the other made the rounds online, causing quite a stir. According to early reports, the new Avengers movie is expected to take on a darker tone, and we can't wait to see it for ourselves. The animation studio Blue Sky is now part of Disney and has announced the official title of Ice Age 6. It's called Ice Age Boiling Point. In the film, Manny, Sid, and Diego have to survive in a world full of volcanoes and dinosaurs. Although the last few installments were met with mixed reactions, the series continues to enjoy great popularity. Baby Scrat, known from Scrat Tales, is also expected to make an appearance. Ice Age 6 is scheduled to hit theaters on February 5th, 2027. And with Incredibles 3, another adventure of the beloved superhero family is in the works, but it's not expected to hit theaters until 2028. Also highly anticipated is the hand-painted animated film Gatto from Luca director Enrico Casarosa. The story of a black cat in Venice is set to be particularly ambitious artistically and is set to premiere in June 2027. And a sequel to the award-winning film Coco has also been announced, though it won't be released before 2028. The sequel will once again celebrate Mexican culture and music. The Tomb Raider live-action series finally has a lead actress. According to Deadline, Game of Thrones star Sophie Turner will indeed take on the role of Lara Croft. She had been among the top contenders for the iconic role for quite some time. Turner voiced her enthusiasm for the project. Quote, "She's such an iconic character who means so much to so many, and I'm giving everything I've got." They're massive shoes to fill, following in the steps of Angelina and Alicia with their powerhouse performances. The creator, writer, and executive producer of the Tomb Raider series is Phoebe Waller-Bridge. She's best known for the acclaimed series Fleabag, and also appeared in the latest Indiana Jones film. Jonathan Van Tulleken, who previously demonstrated his skills on Shogun, will direct the series. A release date has not been announced yet, but production is set to officially begin on January 19th. What do you think of the casting? For many fans, the choice of Sophie Turner will certainly take some getting used to. She doesn't particularly resemble the original character. We're curious to see whether the actress will surprise us with a radical transformation for the role, or whether they're aiming for a completely new take on Lara Croft. The latter is sure to raise strong objections from many fans. Following the success of The Batman, the planned sequel is undoubtedly one of the most highly anticipated superhero films. In an interview with Josh Horowitz, writer-director Matt Reeves has now revealed new details. He believes it's important that Bruce Wayne remains clearly at the center of the story. Based on this, he and his co-writer Mattson Tomlin have selected the new antagonist. The villain is meant to delve deeply into the protagonist's life and past. However, Reeves has not yet revealed exactly who the antagonist is. He did say, though, that it's something that, quote, has never really been done in a movie before. These statements naturally leave plenty of room for speculation. Hugo Strange is a conceivable option, for example. The Professor was one of the first villains to uncover Batman's secret identity. An appearance by Sophia Falcone, known from the spin-off series The Penguin, has been ruled out by Reeves, however. He confirmed that Emmy-winning actress Kristen Milotti is not part of the cast. Hopefully, more exciting details about the project will be revealed before its theatrical release. According to current plans, The Batman 2 has a release date of October 1st, 2027. It's coming thick and fast. Just last week, James Gunn announced the release date for the Superman sequel. Now we already have the first details about the plot of Man of Tomorrow. In an interview with Variety magazine, Gunn revealed, "It's a story about Lex Luthor and Superman having to work together to a certain degree against a much, much bigger threat. It's more complicated than that, but it's a big part of it. I relate to the character of Lex, sadly. I really wanted to create something extraordinary with the two of them." Filming is set to begin in just a few months, specifically in April. So there's a lot happening in the new DCU. 2026 will also see the release of a standalone Supergirl movie starring Millie Alcock, a casting choice that James Gunn describes as one of his best decisions. Also announced for 2026 are a movie about the Batman villain Clayface and the HBO Max series Lanterns. We're looking forward to seeing how things unfold. Superman was particularly successful in the US, but struggled to resonate with international audiences. With over 500 million copies sold, Call of Duty is one of the most successful video game franchises of all time. Now, according to industry magazine The Hollywood Reporter, a Call of Duty movie is finally in the works at Paramount Pictures. The recently signed deal allows Paramount to develop, produce, and distribute movies and series based on the popular first-person shooter worldwide. The goal is to thrill its massive fan base while also expanding the franchise to entirely new audiences. Paramount CEO David Ellison emphasized his personal connection to the action franchise. Quote, "As a lifelong fan of Call of Duty, this is truly a dream come true. From the first Allied campaigns in the original Call of Duty through Modern Warfare and Black Ops, I've spent countless hours playing this franchise that I absolutely love." Activision president Rob Kostich also sees the collaboration as a major opportunity. "With Paramount, we have found a fantastic partner who we will work with to take that visceral, breathtaking action to the big screen in a defining cinematic moment. The film will honor and expand upon what has made this franchise great in the first place. When the Call of Duty movie will be released and what story it'll tell is currently unknown. But as fans know, anything is possible, from World War II to science fiction and even zombie scenarios. Who will be the new James Bond? The casting of 007 has been a hot topic in the film world since Daniel Craig's departure. Now the director of the next film, Denis Villeneuve, is finally giving a clear answer. They want to stay true to Ian Fleming's original character in one key aspect. The new Bond must be British. In addition, the iconic spy is to be portrayed by a fresh face. They're reportedly looking for an unknown male actor around the age of 30. Quote, "Whoever it is has to look like he could kill you with his bare hands in a trice. From the moment you see him, that has to be readily apparent." The described profile rules out a lot of names that have been discussed among Bond fans in recent years. Most of them are simply too well known or too old. Fan favorites include, for example, Henry Cavill and Idris Elba. There's also been frequent talk about Spider-Man star Tom Holland and more recently Aaron Taylor Johnson. According to Deadline magazine, casting for the new Bond is not expected to begin until 2026. Director Denis Villeneuve is currently still busy with the production of Dune 3. Once that's completed, he'll shift his attention to James Bond. Filming is due to take place in 2027, with the theatrical release anticipated in 2028. What do you make of this decision? Do you think it's a good idea to cast a relatively unknown actor as the new Bond? Or should it be someone who has already proven their talent? Let us know in the comments. K-pop Demon Hunters is the streaming sensation of the year. The Netflix hit is breaking one record after another. Now, we previously reported that all kinds of follow-up projects are already in the works. But now, a completely unexpected development has come to light. Apparently, the first spin-off is about to be released. It's a K-pop Demon Hunters short film. This was revealed in a document from the Motion Picture Association, which gives content ratings to completed movies before their release. In its latest bulletin, the MPA lists a movie titled Debut, a K-pop Demon Hunter story. The entry is categorized as an animated short. Sony Pictures, which was behind the original movie together with Netflix, is named as the film's distributor. It remains uncertain how the short film will be released. Netflix seems to be the most probable option again, but a theatrical premiere ahead of a Sony film cannot be ruled out either. Plot details have not been revealed so far. However, the word debut in the title suggests that it might be a prequel. Among the numerous projects planned for the franchise, a short film had already been mentioned. However, this doesn't necessarily have to be Debut, a K-pop Demon Hunter story. The Forbes portal suggests that this short film may have been in development for quite some time. According to the industry magazine Variety, the development of a K-pop short film was part of a program aimed at supporting emerging artists. It's possible that Debut, a K-pop Demon Hunter story, is related to this initiative. This would explain how the project was able to be completed so soon after the release of the original movie. We're eager to see when the short film will premiere. Following the MPA's review, it probably won't be long now. Recently, we got our first glimpse of Starfighter, the upcoming Star Wars movie starring Ryan Gosling. Now the filmmakers have shared more. A new set photo shows Gosling alongside his young co-star Flynn Gray. Director Sean Levy posted the image on his Instagram account along with the caption, "Somewhere in the Mediterranean Sea." That's where filming is currently taking place. Starfighter is a standalone Star Wars film, separate from the well-known Skywalker saga. It'll be set 5 years after the events of Episode 9. Alongside Ryan Gosling, Hollywood star Amy Adams and Rebel Ridge actor Aaron Pierre have also been cast. Other cast members include Mia Goth and Matt Smith. The movie is scheduled to be released on May 28, 2027. The cast of the Harry Potter series has already sparked plenty of discussion, but now the creators are taking it a step further. This time, it's none other than Lord Voldemort himself, one of the most central characters in the Harry Potter saga. Hollywood insider Daniel Rickman reports on the type of actor being sought for this important role, and the details are likely to shock many fans yet again. Various candidates have been circulating online for quite some time now, including fan favorites like Cillian Murphy and Matt Smith. However, HBO doesn't seem to be ruling out even the most unusual ideas. Apparently, the network is considering both male and female actors for the role of Voldemort. This does seem rather strange to say the least. After all, the gender of Voldemort, aka Tom Riddle, is very clear. It would be a bold decision to simply gender swap the Dark Lord. especially given the controversies surrounding author J.K. Rowling. However, it's also conceivable that the character remains male but is still portrayed by an actress. In this case, we're likely in for a very unique interpretation of the iconic villain. But what do you think? Do you find it interesting that Voldemort could be played by a woman? Or would you rather see a more traditional actor for the role? Minus the nose, of course. And who would be the perfect casting choice? We can't wait to read your ideas in the comments. Misfortune on the set of the new Spider-Man. Production on Brand New Day has come to a halt. The reason? Lead actor Tom Holland was injured during a stunt and taken to the hospital. No other cast or crew members were affected. According to official reports, the actor suffered a concussion. So production is currently paused for a week and expected to resume on September 29th. In the meantime, Holland is focusing on his recovery. In addition to the lead actor, Spider-Man 4 will also feature Sadie Sink in an undisclosed role, along with Mark Ruffalo as Bruce Banner and John Barenthal as the Punisher. And according to the latest reports, Marvin Jones III has now also been cast in the role of Tombstone. The albino villain first appeared in the comics in the late 80s and is known as a feared crime boss. Spider-Man 4 is still scheduled to arrive in theaters on July 31st, 2026, hopefully without any further on-set accidents. We finally have specifics. The Netflix Bioshock movie will be directly based on the first game of the iconic video game series. Since the games partly function as an anthology, many fans had speculated about an original storyline that would loosely draw from the world and themes of the series. Producer Roy Lee has also confirmed the director for the project, Francis Lawrence, known for directing the Hunger Games film series. And Bioshock is set to be the filmmaker's next project once he wraps up work on the Hunger Games prequel Sunrise on the Reaping. There's no information about the cast or a release date yet. What is known, however, is that the screenplay is being penned by Michael Green. He also wrote the script for the Wolverine film Logan. The story of Bioshock centers on the dark journey of the protagonist Jack, who finds himself stranded in the mysterious underwater city of Rapture in 1960. There, he discovers a nightmare scenario marked by greed for power and genetic experiments. To this day, the original 2007 game is considered a milestone in storytelling and atmosphere. After the huge success of Fallout, Amazon is diving into its next big video game adaptation. A Life is Strange series is now in the works. The first part of the popular coming-of-age saga will be adapted first. Life is Strange tells the story of Max, a photography student who discovers she has the ability to rewind time. When she uses this power to save the life of her best friend Chloe, the two become entangled in a web of secrets and intrigue. Together, they investigate the mysterious disappearance of a fellow student and uncover the darker side of their hometown. Behind the project is screenwriter and producer Charlie Koval. She's best known for her work on End of the Fucking World and Chaos. A release date for the Life is Strange series has not been announced yet. Red swimsuits, wide beaches, and dramatic rescue missions. The iconic 90s series Baywatch is being rebooted. A movie starring Dwayne Johnson already hit theaters in 2017, and now the franchise is making its return as a series. Baywatch was one of the most popular TV shows of the 90s, complete with plenty of drama and slow-motion scenes. David Hasselhoff and Pamela Anderson, in particular, shaped the show's iconic image. Now, the network Fox has ordered a first season of 12 episodes for the reboot, featuring an entirely new cast. It's been announced that the series is set for a, quote, modern-day comeback with contemporary trappings, tensions, and challenges. But of course, adrenaline-fueled rescue missions and the characters' relationships will also remain at the heart of the reboot. The release is planned for the 2026-2027 TV season. Now that you're all caught up, we cannot wait to see what next month has in store for us. Is there anything you're particularly excited about? Share your personal highlights in the comments. See you next time, your KinoCheck team.